Hello, Jen. Thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your leads, and your presence. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website and see if those techniques could outrank them, get you more on the top of the page of Google, which increase your traffic and your leads. So I'll talk about three things, like content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first is content. So on your homepage, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition, number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So right now, I've got a nice laid out website, so I wouldn't change too much on the outside, but one thing I would change is just increase your content, your keywords, and your relevant content. So keywords kind of gives Google that power to have that searchability. So speaking of Google, if I lived in the Bonner Springs area, I might type this in, plumbing services, Bonner Springs, and here's what typically comes up. Ads is a good investment here if you haven't done this already. It's one way to be in the front and faces of consumers, but right here's the map pack, and you're right there, good job. So I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the top of the page as much as you can for any kind of service you provide for or area you provide for. Not just Bonner Springs, but anywhere in the KC Metro you might go. Typically, we don't count directories like Angie's List and Yelp because consumers, they're going to go to a local website, especially if it's a emergency type of service. So you have a big name brand in the area, Lutz Plumbing, but there's a way you get this big name brand out of your backyard in Bonner Springs to optimize that and get close to his website to not maybe outrank him either here or here, but the goal is, again, to get on the first page. So as you scroll down, I don't think your website's on the first page, but you definitely do some things to get on this first page. Even if you get close to this top competitor, you'll beat these other competitors down here, and it'll increase your value exponentially being on that first page of Google. So to do that comparison, there's a tool here called Ahrefs that we use, and here's your URL right here. And that's what I'm saying with keywords, so content. So on your website, you're using 61 keywords, and that's something I would definitely increase if I was you. And you definitely keep the ones that you have. You want to have higher volume, more search volume, the better. So definitely keep the ones you have, but think about all the services that you guys do. Think about all the areas that you go to. Like I see DeSoto here, but if you go to Bonner Springs, if you go to the Missouri side in Grandview, or you go to over Olathe, plenty of places, Overland Park, Lenexa, you really start tagging keywords month after month, and that's how you start not only matching your competition, but dominate your competition. So definitely increase your keywords, and that'll increase your searchability. Compare that to Lutz Plumbing here. Here's their website. Here's their URL here, and they're using 4,000 backlinks. So not saying you need that many backlinks in the long run, but you get real attentional on your backlinks. So this is a subpage for them, so they're pulling some of their more keywords, but there's a way to beat this subpage to get on that first page of Google with Bonner Springs and plumbing services. Great thing about keywords, you don't have to recreate the wheel. Whatever applies to you, you can put on your own website, optimize it, and you get that search volume as well. So you could, again, you don't have to use all 4,000, but you could pick the ones that do apply to you, and that's how you get closer to outranking your competition. Second is backlink. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. These links act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. A person with the most backlinks wins, but keep in mind not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have strong, relevant backlinks to your website. If you have websites outside your industry linking to you, doesn't give you the search power, trust power of Google. So right now I use 123 backlinks with 20 reference domains. That's something I would increase to. Just compare that to a local competitor. They're using 784 backlinks with 155 reference domains. Again, you're not going to get to these numbers overnight, but over time, you start adding to your website month after month, and you get closer to these numbers to get closer to that traffic than what you're getting now with these numbers with that traffic. And then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses, as you can see, because this will generate huge amounts of revenue. So this Bonner Springs area, you definitely want to be in the top 3 here. So to stay there, just keep up your citations with directories like Yelp and Angie's List, and also having a strong social media presence helps here too. And the idea is you just outrank competitors to be on the top here. So Ready's at the top, and you could even do some things to get on top of Ready, but definitely don't fall in that bottom 3, because much like on pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button for more services. So with your website, once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's so worth it. To be in the eyes of consumers here, in the map pack and up here organically with all the services you do, all the areas you provide for. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that generates some pretty decent revenue. And also there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating leads yourself online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about goals. I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a line or two of feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the video. And again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And much luck in your business. Have a great day.